6 uncomfortable signs you're healing emotionally, navigating the challenging path to personal growth and well-being. Emotional healing is a process that can be difficult and uncomfortable. It requires facing and addressing past traumas, working through negative emotions, and developing new coping mechanisms. While the journey towards emotional healing can be challenging, there are certain signs that indicate progress is being made. In this article, we will explore 6 uncomfortable signs that you're healing emotionally. 1. You're experiencing intense emotions. One of the most uncomfortable signs of emotional healing is experiencing intense emotions. During the healing process, past traumas and negative emotions may resurface, leading to feelings of anger, sadness, and anxiety. While these emotions can be overwhelming, they are also a sign that you are beginning to process and release old wounds. It's important to recognize and validate these emotions rather than suppressing them. Journaling, talking to a therapist, or engaging in creative activities can be helpful ways to express and cope with intense emotions. 2. You're struggling with self-doubt. Another uncomfortable sign of emotional healing is struggling with self-doubt. As you work through past traumas and negative beliefs about yourself, you may begin to question your worth and abilities. This can be a challenging process, but it's important to recognize that self-doubt is a normal part of the healing process. You may need to seek support from a therapist or trusted friend to help you challenge these negative beliefs and build self-confidence. 3. You're setting boundaries. Setting boundaries can be a difficult and uncomfortable process, especially if you have a history of people-pleasing or codependency. However, setting boundaries is an essential part of emotional healing. It involves recognizing your own needs and limitations and communicating them to others in a respectful way. This may involve saying no to requests or taking a step back from relationships that are unhealthy or draining. While setting boundaries can be uncomfortable, it is a sign of self-respect and a commitment to your own emotional well-being. 4. You're taking responsibility for your actions. Another uncomfortable sign of emotional healing is taking responsibility for your actions. As you work through past traumas and negative patterns of behavior, you may begin to recognize the ways in which you have hurt others or contributed to your own struggles. While it can be difficult to take ownership of your mistakes, doing so is a sign of maturity and growth. It allows you to learn from your past behavior and make positive changes in your relationships and life. 5. You're letting go of toxic relationships. Letting go of toxic relationships can be one of the most uncomfortable aspects of emotional healing. It may involve ending friendships or romantic relationships that are unhealthy or unsupportive. While it can be painful to say goodbye to people you care about, it is necessary to create space for healthier relationships to enter your life. This process can be difficult, but it is a sign that you are prioritizing your own well-being and growth. 6. You're forgiving yourself and others. Forgiveness is a crucial aspect of emotional healing, but it can also be one of the most uncomfortable. Forgiving yourself and others requires letting go of resentment and bitterness, which can be difficult if you have been deeply hurt or wronged in the past. However, forgiveness is essential for moving forward and creating a more positive future. It involves accepting that everyone makes mistakes, including yourself, and choosing to let go of past hurts and move towards healing. In conclusion, emotional healing is a difficult and uncomfortable process, but it is also a necessary one for personal growth and well-being. The signs outlined in this article may be uncomfortable, but they are also positive indications that progress is being made. By recognizing and validating these signs, you can continue on your journey towards emotional healing with courage and resilience. Remember to seek support from a therapist or trusted friend and to practice self-care along the way. With time, patience, and perseverance, you can heal from past traumas and develop a greater sense of self-awareness, self-compassion, and resilience. It's important to keep in mind that emotional healing is not a linear process. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, and that's okay. What's important is that you continue to prioritize your emotional well-being and growth, and seek support when needed. If you're struggling with emotional healing, it's important to seek professional help. A therapist can provide you with tools and techniques to help you work through past traumas and negative patterns of behavior and develop new coping mechanisms. They can also offer a safe and supportive space to process difficult emotions and experiences. In addition to therapy, there are also other self-care practices that can support emotional healing. These include meditation, journaling, creative expression, exercise, and spending time in nature. It's important to prioritize self-care and find what works best for you. In summary, emotional healing is a challenging but necessary process for personal growth and well-being. The signs outlined in this article, including experiencing intense emotions, struggling with self-doubt, setting boundaries, taking responsibility for your actions, letting go of toxic relationships, and forgiving yourself and others, may be uncomfortable, but they are also positive indications that progress is being made. Remember to seek support when needed and prioritize self-care along the way. With time and patience, you can heal from past traumas and develop greater resilience and well-being. It's also important to recognize that emotional healing is a continuous process. It's not something that can be achieved overnight, and there may be times when you feel like you're taking a step back. However, it's important to stay committed to your healing journey and to acknowledge the progress you've made. One way to track your progress is to keep a journal. Write down your thoughts and feelings, as well as any positive changes you've noticed in yourself. This can help you stay motivated and inspired, and remind you of how far you've come. Finally, it's important to celebrate your successes along the way. Healing from past traumas and negative patterns of behavior is no easy feat, and it's important to acknowledge and celebrate the progress you've made. Whether it's treating yourself to a special meal or activity, or simply acknowledging your own accomplishments, taking the time to celebrate your successes can help you stay motivated and inspired on your healing journey. In conclusion, emotional healing is a challenging and uncomfortable process, but it's also a necessary one for personal growth and well-being. The signs outlined in this article, including experiencing intense emotions, struggling with self-doubt, setting boundaries, taking responsibility for your actions, letting go of toxic relationships, and forgiving yourself and others, may be uncomfortable, but they're also positive indications that progress is being made. Remember to seek support when needed, prioritize self-care, and celebrate your successes along the way. With time, patience, and perseverance, you can heal from past traumas and develop greater resilience and well-being. Remember, healing is a process, and it's important to be kind to yourself along the way. It's okay to take breaks and to ask for help when you need it. Don't be too hard on yourself if you experience setbacks or challenges. Instead, view these as opportunities for growth and learning. With time and commitment, you can develop a greater sense of self-awareness and self-compassion, and overcome past traumas and negative patterns of behavior. Keep going, and remember that you are capable of healing and growing in ways you may not have thought possible.